What's up, card finders? Card Protagonist here, bringing you a deck profile of my Spectral Dragon deck. This deck is the incarnation of our Sealed brothers, the Shadow Paladins. This deck revolves around sacrificing allies for additional attacks, which is similar to Phantom Blaster Dragon's Dam's Charging Lance. So let's begin with the Great Zeros. The starter I use is Dragon Whelp Vortimer. This unit can move to the rear guard when Gold Paladin is ridden over it. However, if it's ridden by its Grade 1 chain, here, you can look at the top 7 cards of the deck and look for a Grade 2 or Grade 3 and add it to your hand. For the triggers, I play 8 crits, 4 draws, and 4 heals. Okay, for the Grade 1s, I play 4 Dragon Scout Vortimer. Okay, because when it's ridden on the starter, as previously mentioned, you can add the Grade 2 or Grade 3 chain from the top 7 cards from your deck to your hand, which gives consistency to your right chain. I also play 4 8k Vanillas, 4 Slaygal Daggers because they are cute, lol, and 3 Perfect Guard. Okay, for the Grade 2s, we have Dragon Knight Vortimer with its magnificent art. I mean, who drew this? It looks amazing, man. Okay, that's not all. When you write this card over the Grade 1 chain, you can sacrifice 1 rearguard you control and look at the top 2 cards of your deck and superior call them. It's like you just sacrifice any unit you don't like and you could call anything like, yeah, 2 of them from the top if you're that lucky, of course. So yeah, it's a +1. Who doesn't like pluses? Okay. I also play 4 10k Vanillas and 2 Lop Ear Shooters. Lop Ear Shooter. When this card is superior called from the deck, which you can do with this deck quite often, you can discard 1 card and look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Select 1 of them and superior call it, and place the other 2 at the bottom of the deck. You can't shuffle the 2, it is the rule, yeah. Okay? Okay. And finally, for the Grade 3, we have Rand's avatar, Spectral Dragon. When this card rides over the Grade 2 chain, you can sacrifice 1 of your rearguards to superior call the top 2 cards of your deck. Awesome! More pluses. That's chain ride for you. And when the Dragon Knight Vortimer, which is the Grade 2, is in the soul, it is 11k Vanguard. So if you have him in the soul, it's 11k Vanguard. Awesome. And it also have a classical Damn Charging Lance. At the end of the battle step, when this guy attacks, you can activate its Limit Break ability. By counterblasting 2 and sacrificing 3 allies to the Dragon Lord, you can stand this unit. However, it loses its Twin Drive, as mentioned here. So, but since it loses Twin Drive, people's gonna go, oh, it's just a Dragonic Overlord, the end wannabe. But yeah, wrong. This card can stand even it doesn't hit. It is not like a Dragon Overlord. Although it sadly loses Twin Drive, but if it were to retain Twin Drive, everyone will be hating this card because it is broken. I guess Bushido doesn't want to make the same mistake as Dragonic Overlord the end, right? Yeah, look at everywhere. It's like, oh, Dragonic Overlord is everywhere. And please don't spam its Limit Break unnecessarily. Don't do it because you can. Sounds like cosplay. Okay, what I mean is only use it when you trigger check a trigger, pump it to this guy, and swing once again with its Limit Break. Otherwise, a dragon is too easily guarded and it's a big fat fail. I mean, imagine just guard it for 10k. Okay, and it's gone. You got 3 cards to get 10k. That's pathetic. Okay, anyway, for the final card of the deck, I run 4 Gigantic Destroyers. Because it is a 12k attacker and it makes the deck feel like a Shadow Paladin. yeah, I could use him, but he doesn't have the Shadow Paladin feel, you know what I mean? Well, you could also run 4 Garmals over them if you like it. You can just like take it out, put 4 Garmal. Just in case your chain ride fails, yeah. Garmal's a good card. Now I'll be explaining my playstyle. Let's start with the little whelp here. Let's say I have a beautiful hand. Just because of the grade 1 right chain here, which improves my consistency by a lot, I'll write the grade 1 and activate its ability by looking at the top 7 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on my deck. I can choose either the grade 2 or grade 3 and add it to my hand. So yeah, here's the grade 2 and here's the grade 3. And let's see, looking at my hand, oh, I have a Spectral Duke Dragon here. So what I'm left with is probably the grade 2, so I'll add it to my hand and shuffle the rest of it back to the deck. Okay. Before you end your turn, place a grade 0 or grade 1 onto your rearguard circle. For example, him. Because during your next turn, when you write the grade 2 over it, you can sacrifice 1 rearguard to Superior Core 2 from the top of your deck. And yeah, you could either place this or Slaygal Dagger, but normally you want to get rid of the most useless card. So yeah, it's a perfect card to get rid of. Yeah. So let's say I end. I take a damage. 1 damage check. Okay, my turn. Stand and draw. Okay, now I'll write. Go sacrifice a soul to the Dragon Lord. Sacrifice this little thing here and Superior Core 2. 1 woe. 2. Okay, in a case, there are some cases where you actually get a trigger. Yeah, let's say this is a trigger. And you go, ew, it's a trigger, damn, snap it. Oh, FML. But whatever, man. So let's say I attack and then I'll end, okay? I trigger check, yeah, whatever, trigger check. And I take a damage, yeah, 1 damage. Okay, I stand and draw now. Stand and draw. Now I write over Spectral Duke Dragon. Which in the case, is the same ability as him. You could tribute 1 monster you have to special Superior Core 2 from the deck. Sorry, too much Yu-Gi-Oh from the past. So yeah, wow, this is pretty good. With this, you have a nice field setup. A 20k roll, your Vanguard, and just a decent attacker here. So yeah, you could just use random cards to fill up your field. Like that, or whatever. So yeah, I'll just attack, trigger check 2, whatever thing, yeah. And take damage. Normally by the mid game to late game, your opponent will just hit you for 2 damage, right? Now that you have 4 damage, you're ready to activate your Limit Break ability. So yeah, now my turn. Stand and draw. Now let's say you have this row is not very perfect, like Gigantic Destroyer, which is like a 20k row. You could just actually attack with him first. Then of course attack with a Spectral Duke Dragon. Let's do a trigger check, shall we? Trigger check 1. Okay, I have a draw trigger, so I'll place the power on him. Draw 1 card. Trigger check 2. Oh, another draw trigger. Wow, I didn't know that. So I draw another card. I'll add it all to Spectral Duke Dragon. And of course, since Spectral Duke Dragon is so powerful now, I would definitely use this Limit Break. So by counter blasting 2, I sacrifice 3 of my units to stand him again, which is now 20k Vanguard, 21k Vanguard. That's pretty strong, you know. So yeah, now when you attack with 20k Vanguard, 21k, your opponent requires 20k to have a no pass. 20k for a no pass, which is, well, eat out a lot of hand. And most of the time your opponent won't guard, but in an occasion he really guards the attack as a no pass. Let's say you get a trigger check. Oh, another draw trigger. Wow, you just place it to your final column, which is the reason why I only attack with the L, so-called L formation. L formation, yeah. So that in an event where your opponent actually gives you no pass, you could actually just pass the trigger here instead of wasting it on him. You know what I mean? Some people just attack with the whole rearguard before attacking the Vanguard. But my playstyle is I'll attack with the L formation. If I get trigger, pass it here, not to waste. So yeah, I hope you enjoy my Spectral Duke Dragon deck. Please subscribe to motivate me. Haha, bye!